Okay, so we will look over asynchronous one more time. Means here we had already discussed these two topics, callback and asynchronous. So next topic is promise and async and await. But I will go quickly with these two topic also, and after that I will move to the promise and async await. Okay, so I will not go deeply. Okay, so asynchronous. What means this? Any idea? Anyone? Asynchronous. In short, we are writing like async.
Operation performing callback and promises closure.
Okay, means something they are doing. Okay, let it to be. So wherever you will see this a means async or sync. Two things are there, synchronous or asynchronous. So a means a negative. Something negative will come. We will discuss this thing later. Fine. So what is callback? Please just speak because we had discussed this topic. What is callback?
Callback is a argument passing the another function.
No. Okay, yeah. Means some
Function
yeah, that's
using as a parameter.
yeah, means Praful, you're also correct, but you had not given in the proper. So callback means you will take one function and pass as a argument inside the another function. Correct. Means we will pass the one function as an argument inside the another one. So callback function is a function passed on as an argument to another function. So please, when you are speaking, be careful what you are speaking. So it will be helpful. Okay, so the technique allow a function to call the another function. Why this process? We can call one function, means we can call another function via one function, because inside that one function we are passing the argument of the second function. A callback function can run after another function has finished, means once one function will get finished, then the callback function will get called, means then that will get run, execute. So function sequence. So JavaScript function are executed in sequence. They are called, means as they are called, not in the sequence they are defined. What means this? What is the meaning of that one? Any idea? From that line, what you getting? Go to JavaScript. Okay, asynchronous here itself br4.js. Three I given. Rename also. Okay, so as we will define the function, means as we are going to write the function, it will not execute, means it will execute in that sequence as we are calling. If you writing the function, suppose you had written function a, then b, then c, then d, a b c d, but you are calling that function like a d b c, like that. So this type the function will get executed as you are calling, not as you are defining. Okay, so here something is written, first function, second function. So according to the calling purpose, how you are calling, according to that it will get executed. We will not go these all example. We already had seen these things. Then sequence control, we can control the sequence. How we can control? Any idea? No idea. Okay. What is callback? Tell me. not Praful, other and Dharmender, not that two member will tell. This is not the means we are not discussing the topic. Real, be clear. We are revising the topic. So you all are attending the interview. So please speak. What is callback?
Pass the parameter inside the function.
Okay.
Passing the
Parameter.
passing the function as a parameter.
Sir,
Correct.
passes a function into another function as an argument.
Correct. Means argument will be correct word in place of parameter, but both are fine, no issue. But in place of parameter, tell argument. That will be good actually. So here see, sum is written, means sure this is coming from somewhere, or what is this? Let's see. Sum is anywhere. No, that is just a variable name. Okay, no issue. So we will go through that definition. Okay, so when to use the callback? Any idea? When we have to use the callback?
Calling the another function in sequence wise means first executed and second is a result.
Okay, yeah, correct. Carry on. Correct. Go ahead.
That time using callback function.
Means some function have to execute in the sequence. Okay, means 3-4 function. In place of executing all at one time, you want some sequence wise. Means so that time one function will get execute, second will wait. Once second will execute, third will wait. Like this type means sequence wise. See here. Where callback really sins are in asynchronous function. Okay, where one function has to wait for another function, like waiting for a file to upload. Suppose you have to upload the file. So when you uploading the file, that time other function means there another function is also there. But when you uploading the file, that time the other function is waiting for your response. Once you uploaded the file, then only the other function will take that response and go ahead. Correct? So when there will be any dependency, like one function have to complete their task, then only the other will perform, other will move. That time we will go with the callback. Just 1 second. Okay, so next is asynchronous. What is asynchronous in JavaScript? So asynchronous means we have discussed this thing. Yeah, because promise is that pending, I think. Yeah, promise. Right. So asynchronous means I will finish later. Means some task is there that it not going to call that time. It will finish after some time when you will call. Function running in parallel with other function are called asynchronous. Can anyone give me the real example of asynchronous? Can you observe in your real time any real example? Asynchronous task means what is the meaning of this one? Function running in parallel with the other function. What are you getting means this?
No, at a time we are getting 2 or 3 work, and
Yeah, means
we have to simultaneously work on all the functions. If one is
yeah,
not getting,
correct.
we'll work on another.
Yeah, means if one means same time, suppose that just imagine like you are playing some game, like throwing the ball, and same time you had throw 4-5 balls. Okay, maybe some ball will reach to the goal, some ball will be stop in the middle itself, but you had thrown all the 5 balls at the same time. Means all balls going at the same time to the destination side. So same thing is written here. All function is running parallel with other function. Means whatever function is there, all will run execute at the same time. Function running in parallel with other function are called the asynchronous. Keep in mind this definition. In interview you will get this. Had you got this question? Anyone? What is asynchronous? Okay, a good example in JavaScript is set timeout. As your time will be finished, that time this function will get execute. Means That time maybe some other function is also getting executed. At that time, some other function will also get execute. So that is the thing. So if they asking examples of the asynchronous, you can tell that set timeout. So the example in the previous chapter we had was very simplified. The purpose of example was to demonstrate syntax of the callback. So here we had not written the examples here. I don't know. Oh, I think we had written there itself only in editor. Okay. So what we had, let me copy this function, then we will. Please speak because we are not studying the topic. We are just revising the topic. So what is written here? So one is my display something. One is my calculator. Okay. And there is one function my calculator means we are calling which function? We are calling my calculator. Inside my calculator, we are passing some value. And what is this my displayer?
Callback.
Callback, because that is a function and we passing as an argument. Correct? So this become your callback. When we passed this one, means what will happen? If we will execute, means if this line will get executed, after that, which line will get executed? Means after line number 10, which will be next?
Line number 2.
Line number 2, how? Next, which line? What is the function name? My calculator. Means this line will get called. That time means after that this will search for the function. So there is the line number 5. Correct? Because my calculator function is there. So this will get executed. But inside that my callback is there. Correct? So here some values are there, 5 and 5. So inside we had taken the my displayer. Means same time it will go for this function also. Correct? Because they want this also. So next it will take the value, whatever is written there, it will take that function completely and it will pass inside. What are you thinking? Inside line number 5, it will take the complete function itself or just any result? What it will be?
Result.
Okay. What about others? Anyone? It will take complete function or it will pass the result only? Line number 5. As an argument, my callback is there because we are passing the here 3 argument, 5, 5 and my displayer. And on that side, line number 5, we are receiving that all 3. So what will be there?
Sir.
Complete function. Others? See, if nobody will speak, I will not waste time. That's really because already I had discussed these topics.
Result, sir.
I again spending time because this
Sir,
is
I'm
important.
not
That's why.
understanding the question.
Yeah, then tell me that you not understand. Because I will not waste time on this topic. Already I have the topics. I had to stop the Angular because I have to complete this, whatever some pending topic is there. So if now also, if you all attended the interview and now also if you not speaking, I don't know how you are speaking in the interview. Here we are writing my callback. Means this will be the main thing, correct? This argument, my displayer, line number 10. So whether in the line number 10 here as an argument, this will be take complete function, that my displayer function, line number 1, or some result, whatever functionality that function will do. What it will pass to another. Inside my calculator, it will pass a complete function or just value, some value, result. What?
The complete function.
Okay. Others, anyone? Yeah. Yeah, Shivani, what you telling?
Complete function it will take.
Okay. So how it will take complete function? That is my point. Why? Means why it will take complete function?
So because we take function name as the argument.
Yeah, correct. Because we had taken just function name. We had not passed the parenthesis. Correct. We had not passed the parenthesis. If we will pass parenthesis, this become the function call. This is not the just we are passing the argument, not like that. This become the function call. Who had told that value it will means it will pass the result? I think Praful. So Praful, be clear.
Yes, sir. I didn't see this. So
Yeah. See, you have to see that. Okay. In interview, interviewer will not think that you had not listened that term or not imagine. Okay. So if there will be function name, so it will take complete function and it will pass. Means after passing the function, it will perform some task. Correct. So this is known as the callback. Means here we are passing the function. Whenever there is required, it will get executed. So this was the asynchronous call. Okay. Now in this example, above, my displayer is the name of the function. It is passed to my calculator as an argument. In the real world, callback are most often used with the asynchronous function. A typical example in JavaScript is set timeout. Okay. Keep in mind something like set timeout, then set interval. These all two, three things. Because in interview they will ask, otherwise you will get programming question also, that if you have to print
Yes, sir, they asked the question from set
some data,
timeout.
yeah, print some data after 2 seconds or 2 milliseconds, how you will print, which functionally, which method we will use?
Set timeout.
Set timeout after, okay, 1 second. Now tell, what will be in the first, what will be in the second?
first is set timeout, second is set interval.
Here set timeout. Okay, here interval. Is this any others?
Sir, they asked me
Six.
one more question related
What?
to this. Sir, if I want to pass means show the output only 5 times. Means,
What?
the print some data like after 2 seconds will show only 5 times. And how?
Only
we will-
only five
Yes,
time.
sir. Yes, sir.
Then you will take the loop. Only 5 time you will execute the value. Is that or not?
Yes, sir.
I think we can do with the help of loop only. There, this will be not came in the picture. Okay, anyone who want a Shivani, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Or anyone having any other suggestion for printing 5 time? Loop will be there or any other thing also? Okay.
Yes, sir. Loop will be okay.
Yeah, I think loop will be fine. Okay, so here set timeout or set interval. Anyone who want to give another answer? If you not want to give any answer, please tell no. That's it. At least.
Sir,
I
it is
will
correct.
not wait.
It is correct, sir.
Okay. What about others? Anyone? At least tell that's correct or wrong, or I not want any answer. That's it. Okay, fine. Don't speak. After 2 milliseconds means here what we had written after 2 milliseconds means this should be print only one time. Correct? After 2 milliseconds, once 2 milliseconds completed, your data should have to print. Means we will use the set time out. But your data should be print on each interval of 2 seconds. 2 seconds completed, data should be 2 seconds data, 2 data, like that. Means on each 2 seconds, each interval, that time you will go with the set time out, set time interval. Okay, and we will pass the time. So you have to keep in mind this thing. Clear? Or anyone having any issue? विवेकानंद, कुछ समझ में आ रहा है या सब ऊपर से जा रहा है? वो भी या नहीं?
आ रहा, हाँ आ रहा,
तो फिर बोलते क्यों नहीं? पढ़े नहीं हो क्या ये सब? ये सब पढ़े हो या नहीं? क्योंकि ये सब पढ़ा हुआ है सबका, इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ। भाई अभी भी तो बोल दो कि पढ़े हैं या नहीं।
हाँ 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 बताए हैं।
तो वो भी तो बोल दो। मुझे समझ में ही नहीं आता है, पता नहीं। ये तो सब लग रहा है ना जैसे कंपनी का मीटिंग अटेंड कर रहा है, जिस टाइप से बिहेवियर है सबका। ओके।
इसमें तो कंपनी है ये।
हाँ तो वही मीटिंग अभी नहीं ना चल रहा है। पूरा बिहेवियर है कंपनी का मीटिंग, मैनेजर वाला मीटिंग का एकदम। Nobody will speak, everybody silent.
सर बता के सिखा दिए।
वही चीज तो मुझे क्या प्रॉब्लम है? वो तो प्रॉब्लम तब होगा जब इंटरव्यू अटेंड करते हैं, उस समय तो मुंह ऐसा खुलेगा तो फिर भूल जाइएगा कि हम गलत कर दिए उस दिन, शांत रख के मुंह। Okay, so in set timeout, when using the JavaScript function set timeout, you can specify a callback to be executed on timeout. Okay, once the time will be finished, your function will get executed because from the name itself a timeout. So in that we have to pass some interval. So how we are writing that callback? Actually, do one thing, remove this all. We will create one function, test data console log, fine, hello world. Now tell me how we will write set timeout. Means I have to print this hello world at 2 seconds. Means after 2 seconds. How to do that? Anyone?
सर यूज टाइम इंटरवल सर।
Okay, time interval, fine. How to write that? Any idea? So we will write the set timeout or 10 interval. But I want to print the data after 2 seconds. Correct? 2 seconds means set timeout. So this sentence is the main. Okay, you have to keep in mind the syntax. Set timeout. After that, see what it's telling, handler and then timeout. So we will pass the handler. Handler means the function name. So let's say take that function. So set data, sorry, test data, comma, give the timeout. See that blue color burning is there. So timeout after 2 millisecond. 2 millisecond means 2000 second. I mean, sorry, 2000 we will pass. Let's execute and let's see. We got hello world after 2 seconds. Let's say reload the page again. See, no data is there. After 2 seconds, we got the data. Okay. Now there is a requirement. I want to print the data after each 2 seconds. Now tell me, each 2 seconds, which will become set interval. Now save that, and let's see what is happening. It's printing. After each 2 seconds, number of count is changing, 4, 5, 6, like that it's going on. Correct? Means it printing the data that much time. Okay. So set interval will work like that. Set timeout will work. So these two things. Fine. Anyone having any doubt in these two? Tell me.
No, sir.
Because these are
Sir.
too much important. Yeah.
Sir, this is an example of means asynchronous.
Yeah,
Or
asynchronous.
or this is a means a method, yeah, anything.
No,
Only
see,
example.
this is a callback. Okay, because here we had passed one method, that is test data. So we can tell the callback also. Fine. but we are using these all things like in asynchronous case. Okay, so if anybody will tell you to tell one example of callback, you can tell this one. Like we will take the set timeout or set interval. Inside that we will pass one method or function, anything. So what will happen at that timeout? That function will get executed. Means this become the callback example. Asynchronous programs are running parallelly, means some functions are there that also working, something is also working, and at each 2 seconds this will also work. Correct or not? Means this type many functions, many you can tell many tasks is going along. So this will be example of callback also and asynchronous also. Praful, clear or
Sir, can you explain timeout one more time?
timeout means go to the examples. See, it runs 64 times. Reload that. Set interval means each time at each 2 seconds this will print. Comment this line and comment this. Set timeout means after 2 seconds only it will print the data, and only one time, not multiple, because that is set timeout. When that timer will finish, once 2 seconds will completed, that time it will get execute. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Ivani, clear? Okay. Suppose we will increase the timing 2 to 3. Now see, after 3 seconds, it will get executed. 3 milliseconds. Just wait. Executed means whatever timing you will pass, according to that it will get executed. Suppose that you have to show the alert pop-up before your
सर
exam
बोथ रन
going to.
करने पे क्या होगा?
कुछ नहीं होगा,
सेट
दोनों रन
टाइम आउट
करेगा
से
अपने, दोनों अपने अपने टाइम पे रन करेगा ना. कर दो, हो गया.
अच्छा ओके.
जब जिसका टाइम means when it will get the time, when set timeout will get the time, set timeout will work. When set interval will get time, set interval will work. Let's do one thing, increase the timer of that one, then we will get something. Control S. Now see, test data hello world came. Now set timeout working. Sorry, set interval start working. Correct or not? Let's see. See this. This came because set interval. Now set timeout start working. Because this is after 5 milliseconds. That's why. Clear? Having any doubt? Anyone? No doubt? Fine. Yeah. What I was telling that suppose you going to design some task, some banking application. Okay. And in that banking application, after 5 minutes, maybe you had logged into internet banking, then you will see that after 5 minutes, your session will get expired. Correct. If you had say means if your screen is idle in the sense you are not doing anything on your screen, whether not moving the cursor, nothing, you will get the pop-up your session timeout after 5 minutes, because due to the security purpose they are doing like that. So what you can do, if you want 5 minutes, you will pass here timing 5 minutes. Okay, and after 5 minutes this will give you the pop-up. This will show the alert or warning message or whatever function you want to execute. Means you going to make the user log out. So what you will do? You will call the logout function. Correct or not? Logout. FUNCT. Logout function. Then let's verify alert. Session expired. Okay, so here we will give that logout. Let comment this line, we remove this and pass this logout. Let's save and see that After 5 seconds, you will get that. Got it? Session expired. So once you will click, you will become the logged out because your data is available there. Clear? So this type we are designing that real-time application. Suppose you going to design one test application, online test application. So before finishing that time means before 5 minutes, you have to show the pop-up that you have only 5 minutes pending, or you have to 5 minutes left. What you can show like that, that means like set timeout, set interval, means with the help of callback and then asynchronous, we will do that. Got it? So where we are using these all thing in the real time scenario. Got the idea or not? Okay, timeout, fine. Then see, so after 3000 is the number of the millisecond before timeout, so my function will be called after each 3 seconds. Okay, nothing is there. Then again same thing, waiting for interval. We already discussed this set interval. So in the set interval we will pass, and with the help of set interval itself we can design the clock, because at each set interval. And one thing, you know what, this is work. See, one thing you will realize, I showing you the one case. Wait, ready this code?
सर वही डेट हम आउटसाइड में लिखते हैं, सो दैट टाइम वो सेट इंटरवल वर्क नहीं करता है, डेट को रिफ्रेश नहीं करता है.
What you telling? Which date?
सर अगर डेट जो हम फंक्शन के अंदर इनिशियलाइज किया, अगर वो आउटसाइड इनिशियलाइज करते हैं,
This one you telling?
सो डेट वर्क नहीं करता है वो. हाँ.
Yeah, I think it will not work because your function is going to call.
सो एक ही वैल्यू वो दे के रह जाता है, उसके बाद वो इंक्रीज नहीं होता है सेकेंड.
Because your function is not, yeah, because your function is not going to call at each 1 second. Correct? Where is that?
सर कॉल तो होता है लेकिन वो डेट नहीं चेंज होता है.
1 second, that I telling. See, pass this outside. Now see, save. We got that, fine. But it not triggering that function because this my function is calling at each 1 second, and inside the each 1 second, get, hour, minute, these all are working, these all are changing, but this main thing is not changing. Okay, because it have to trigger, this complete function have to trigger, then only you will get the value. Because from where we are fetching the value, this hour, minute and second, from where? What we are writing? D dot. Correct?
Yes.
Means data is coming from the D. But what about the D? At each time
He
it
has
giving
a fixed value, sir.
no, yeah, means at each second is that value of D changing?
No,
On
sir.
UI it's not changing because no one is calling this function again after 2 seconds. Means first time it get executed, second time nobody is calling. Yeah, sorry, it means that set interval
Function
is
is
called,
call, but
yeah, correct,
yeah,
correct.
sir.
Set interval is calling this function, but this variable nobody is.
Hello. Are full?
हाँ.
सर का नेटवर्क है.
Value will be assigned timing.
सर आपका वॉइस
Correct.
नहीं आ
Each time. अभी ठीक है?
सर
Each
अभी
time
क्या
we are.
क्या है?
ये break हो रहा है? रोशन आप ट्रेन में होंगे ना, इसीलिए आपको ब्रेक हो रहा होगा.
जी सर.
हम
What
लोग
about
को भी
others?
ब्रेक हो रहा है.
हाँ, एक बोलेगा तो जरूर, पहले से तो किसी का मुंह नहीं खुलने वाला है. लगता है मेरा डेटा खराब हो गया है, रिचार्ज कराना पड़ेगा. अभी भी आवाज कर रहा है क्या?
डेटा तो बहुत हो गया सर आपका.
पता नहीं भाई ये वाईफाई का क्या इशू चल रहा है. Let's see. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is this सही है? Okay. So see what is happening here. At each means whenever we are calling this function, at each time means on each second we are calling this complete function. This complete as like package. We are calling the complete package. So whatever is inside that, whatever is inside available, that will also get called. So that's why we kept inside that new date. When we keeping inside, we getting the timing. But when we kept this outside, this line, function getting called as like normal. But what about the value? D dot means a D value itself is not a refreshing. Got it? So that's why we will not get the value. So that's why we have to keep this inside the function. Then only you will get the value.
सर मेरे को ये 2 घंटा कटवा दिया था प्रॉब्लम.
दिमाग लगाना
फंक्शन
पड़ता है थोड़ा.
फंक्शन सही
Okay.
लिख रहे लेकिन काम नहीं कर रहा था.
See that thing you have to take care while declaring the variable. Whether we have to declare the variable inside the function or outside the function. That is the point. If you sometime if you declaring the variable outside, maybe this will not work. You will not get the better result. So you have to take care. Okay. So yeah, what is going actually now in your screen? How we are getting the time? What it is doing actually
Sir,
on the screen?
Here time is increasing, sir. I want to show the decreasing time, sir. Like, sir,
That is not. 1 second.
like exam will start in after 5 minutes, and that time will decrease.
That is not due to this timer. This is your date and time. This is your local system time. Amardeep, this is not any means our custom design. Whatever timing in your system, that will be available there. See, check the time. Same time is going or not. Second time. See, got it?
Yes, sir.
Because we had used the method that is new date. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
And for the exam, means suppose you have to show the timer, countdown timer. As when you writing the test, you getting that countdown timer there. Correct? So that timer, you have to write the code for that one. Like you have to decide hour, minute, second, like that type, and you have to do the minus. That's it.
So for that also we will use this function, set interval.
No, we will not. Yeah, set interval will be there. Set interval
Yeah,
will be there.
Okay, sir.
Because what actually it doing? See why the asynchronous came in the picture. Okay, asynchronous going to trigger your UI. Okay, suppose that if we will comment this line, then what are you thinking? What will be the output? Can anyone tell?
The second time will stop, sir. It will
Output concern.
What?
constant value.
Stable, sir.
Yeah. Now see, I had kept that function call outside. See, who will get this complete picture that how this is working and what is the use? They will get the idea regarding asynchronous. And in interview, asynchronous, synchronous, these all things are too much important. Okay, that is the case. So now see, my function is get called outside. Function is written, time is written, date is written. Let's save. Now tell me on UI, are you getting that second? It's increasing or decreasing? Anything is happening? Minute, second, hour, anything? No. Just do one thing. Refresh the page. What happened? 4. Again refresh. 6. Refresh 7. Refresh 8. 9. 10. Refresh fast. What is happening now? See, analyze what is going there.
सर सेट टाइम आउट और इंटरवल सर ये कंटेंट को कॉल मतलब रिप्लेस करता है सर एवरी सेकंड पे.
No.
सर पेज को रिलोड थोड़ी करता है सर सेट टाइम आउट और इंटरवल सर.
realize what we are. Where timeout? Where is the set timeout? I telling that what we are doing now for changing
सर
the time.
रिफ्रेशिंग सर रिफ्रेश करने पे वो टाइम गेट कर रहा है सर लोकल सिस्टम
Yeah, correct. So when we are refreshing the page, that time only the value is changing, which is the real value that time. Means now the timing is 9:56 and 4 seconds. So now 55 and 54 seconds. Refresh the page, automatic you will get that time. Correct? 56. Then 13. Then means as fast you will refresh the page, that fast you will get that real time, means punctuality will there. So what we doing actually, we are refreshing the page by our side. Now just imagine, will you do this thing? Means if you have to display the clock, will you display this thing each time? Will you do manually? If you going to design the timer, means a clock. No, there is one tag also in meta tag. See what is the main case, what is the main you can tell key point. We are reloading, we are refreshing the UI, correct? Keep in the mind this point actually, we are refreshing the UI. Now tell me, now search in Google how we can refresh the page. Got it? How we can, means now the case is that if we will refresh the page, then only we will get the real time timer. Okay, real time date time. How we will refresh the page, means that we want, because we have to display the timer. Nobody will see this 21, 57 and 24. What is the timer? It's not increasing or decreasing. Battery got dead, means we have to reload the page. How we will reload? There was one option in the meta tag also. What was that? Anyone having idea? Anyone having idea how to reload the page inside the meta tag? Go and search in Google. I know that, but how to search in Google? Tell me, anyone, what we will write? See, this is the best idea how to search the, means how to make the proper query to get from the Google, because in Google every code is available.
How to write a code for refreshing page in meta tag for JavaScript? Angular.
How to
Add code for refreshing page in meta tag.
see what you are speaking, that I will write. That's it. How to add code for
Refreshing page.
refreshing page
In a meta tag.
in meta tag.
We
Okay.
use HTTP equip equals to refresh.
What?
HTTP equip
Yeah.
equals to refresh.
No, I want how we will search in the Google. That is the main thing. If you want to be developer, you
I
have to
write
know.
sir auto refresh page in which is used in meta tag.
Yeah, like that we have to search. Amardeep, don't write this how to add the code for refreshing, means how to add the code.
बस लिखे
Google
थे
will
refresh page in meta tag इतना में आ गया.
just give simple and just flat. How to refresh the page? How to refresh page? And one thing you have to take care, when you will start typing, you will get the suggestion automatic there. Okay, take the help from that suggestion, then you will get more and more idea, means regarding the exact query. Sometime what will happen, you will stuck in some query and up to 2 days 3 days you will search in Google, you will not get, but try to get that search, this all search result. With the help of that you will get, you will reach their exact destination. So how to refresh the page? Not in JavaScript, in HTML using meta tag, correct? How to refresh the page using HTML. Okay, here something is there, how to refresh page in HTML every 5 seconds. Okay, take this one, let's see what we got. First, always try to go through that stack overflow. After that, otherwise you can go anyone. That's not an issue. So see here, something is there. I am converting one layout to HTML. Once I make the change in code HTML, every time I have to hit F5. Same thing we are doing, correct? We are refreshing this
Hello.
page. Hello,
Yes, sir.
am I audible?
Yes, sir.
What happened to ये धर्मेंद्र को क्या हो गया? नशा में होगा. Okay, so what we are doing on this page, actually we are reloading the page each time, correct? We are refreshing. Either you will refresh via this reload symbol or F5, but we want to add code itself, because for our website we will do that. That's okay. But for the user side, if anybody will open your website, then you will not sit on their home and you will reload the page. Then what he will do? Okay, so that. So is there any simple JavaScript jQuery solution for this? After that, I script load a whole page after 5 seconds, something. So we got here. How much vote is there? 438. You know, you can create a account on this, and you can also ask the question, or you can give the answer also. You will get the point. So you can create account, you can do that. And here also you will get more and more job openings. Here also in this side, it is showing that more job openings also. Okay, so here HTTP equivalent refresh and content equal to 5. Take this line. Write anywhere, no issue. URL, okay. I don't know in which we will place. Let's see. Oh, okay, got it. In the above tag already it is there.
Yeah.
धर्मेंद्र डेटा खत्म हो गया. कौन है भाई ये?
ना ठीक वो करे इसलिए वो ऐसा
हेलो.
Yes, sir.
हाँ धर्मेंद्र क्या कर रहे थे?
सर डाटा खत्म नहीं हुआ है, वो हम लिमिट लगाए थे ना, तो उसकी वजह से स्टॉक हो गया.
लिमिट लगाए थे? एसक्यूएल क्वेरी चला रहे हो क्या?
नहीं सर, वो डाटा जल्दी
डेवलप
जल्दी लेने लगता है ना मेरा सिस्टम, तो काम कर रहे थे, सो
मैं सोचा कि
इसलिए
कहीं लिमिट,
क्लास भी
कहीं
करना था
कुछ
ना,
है.
इसलिए लिमिट लगाया.
नहीं, मैं सोचा कि कहीं कुछ ऐसा मतलब एसक्यूएल क्वेरी चला दे रहे हो तुम भाई. डेवलपर डरा मत दिया करो कि ऐसा ऐसा काम कर रहे हो. कहाँ गया यार कॉपी पाथ. And see that it will not work on your server side. Okay, I think that it will not work. Let's say go directly, take the page. Whether it reloading? No, I think some error.
जावास्क्रिप्ट से सर कर लीजिए तो रीलोड सर.
हाँ जावास्क्रिप्ट वो तो हो जाएगा. See what I want to show the issue actually. Okay, that is the main thing. What is the demerit
सर
due to this?
दो कंट्रोल या वहाँ पे क्या है, कांटेक्ट करके है कुछ कंटेंट सर, वो दो टाइम लिखे हैं आप सर मेटा टैग में.
Oh, okay. Due to that itself it coming. That was the error. Remove this also. Oh, double quote. Yeah, fine. That was the error. 1 second. Let's see it reloading. 48.
Yes sir.
Yeah, it
वन
reloaded.
डालिए ना सर, वन डालिए तो 1 सेकंड डालिए ना 5 kg का।
Yeah. Yeah, it reloaded. Okay, just 1 second. I will go directly here. 1.html. Now tell me the demerit. This I was showing actually. Some demerit is there. Maybe you will not observe. I showing you how to observe. Input, save. Now observe. Are you observing? No. Wait. Where is the timer? Go with 5. Just wait for 5 seconds. Had you observed? What is the demerit? When your page is refreshing, it is refreshing the complete page, correct? And due to that, what happening? Who will explain what is happening here? All data
is
gone.
completely gone.
Yeah, means whatever we are passing inside the input field or whatever, it's complete gone. Is this correct way? Suppose that you have some page, some means user is doing some activity on your website, and not the date and time, but maybe something you performing, you want to perform at each second. Suppose cricket biz website is there. Okay, cricket score it's showing that at each second or at each interval, but that interval is fixed or not? That not fixed. Maybe after few seconds itself it scored 6 run, and after 2 minutes itself they scored 1 run. Means at each there is no any sequence that after 2 seconds only it going to increase your means the run rate or a run or a score. What is the website name? Cricket EIJ or WIJ?
Click buzz है sir. Click buzz.
Click budget. Oh yeah.
Creek was, sir. Creek was.
Yeah, 1 second. See, here it's showing that a score. Where it's showing, man? I don't know.
Sir,
I think
रास्ता
this
में आते हैं लखनऊ और
this one itself, na top.
yes
अब
sir.
आप क्या चाह रहे हैं, हम लोग आईपीएल देखे?
वही देख लीजिए.
सर गजब मैच फिक्सिंग है सर, 210 रन 0 विकेट पे।
ये देखिए, ये महान आदमी है. मतलब हम लोग कुछ देख रहे हैं डेवलपर लाइन में, ये क्रिकेट को स्कोर करने लग गए हैं.
पैसा डूब गया सर।
Okay, see. So what it going here? Something rate it's showing, correct? But it's not sure that after 2 minutes itself or after 1 second the run will increase. But you have means once the run will increase, the value will go in the database. From the database, it have to fetch the data, correct? How that is working? If you want to show the score on your website, you can do that. You can take the API of that and you can pass there. You will also display the same data. Okay, but what is going actually behind the scene? Sure, somebody who is going to insert the value. So whatever run is increasing because it is going in the stadium. So sure, somebody manually they are entering the data. So once you enter the data in the database, from the database somebody fetching, means with the help of code we are fetching the value. So at each second or each minute or whatever duration they fix, they are fetching the value, because we don't know that at each second the value will increase or at each minute the value will increase. We have no any idea. So in that case, can anyone tell what we will do? Suppose we have no any idea that at which means at which sequence the value will increase. As like share market, we have no any idea when the value will increase or decrease, but on website you have to show that. But if your website will be like this, if your website will be like this, will the value change? Cricket score or share market data, anything? What
Nice, right.
it will not change because we are playing with the real time data, but here data is fixed. So what you have to do, you have to trigger your UI, means you have to trigger your UI that it will refresh the page. But now refresh this data means by using that process we going to refresh the page. Now tell me what was the demerit in this case. Suppose user is doing something on your website. Just imagine this website itself. We are doing something on this website. Somewhere form or something is there. Okay. Search is there. We are searching something. Okay. And suppose after 2 seconds, you had designed this website. Okay. And this type you showing the cricketer score. And meanwhile, you are searching something and in middle itself, your website got a refresh because it going to reload after each 5 seconds. It will reload. What will happen? Whatever you will start searching here, that will get refresh. Correct. So now you can imagine what is the demerit. Have you got some idea? Because
Yes.
after this, we will find the real solution, that better solution, that what should be. Got the problem first or not? What is the problem?
Yes, sir.
What about others? Have you observed some changes? Because these are the asynchronous tasks. Okay. So next, maybe sometime you had fill the data and suppose you searching here any books. Suppose that any websites you search. Wait, stop this. Maybe you searched anything book, but without means just you trigger the button, submit button or search button. Value search. So now if we going to search something, as you click this search button, your website will not refresh, but you will get the complete data list. Whatever data is available, you will get the completely. Or you have to save the data, means you have to save the data. Save the data. You passing here something and you press the button. Your website will not refresh, but your data will gone inside. Means your data gone in the database. How that is working? Those are known as Ajax. Okay. If you will work in the suppose that .NET application or Java server side language, so that time you have to use the Ajax, because each time maybe if you reloading the page, that will be disturb the user. So you have to save the data without reloading the page. You have to think the scenario like that. How to save the data without refreshing the page or without reloading the page. Okay, because user not want any type of disturbance. When he is on your website, you have to take care these all things. So when you enter the value, automatic the data will be inside. It will inside that, or it will populate whatever you want. It will perform, but your website page will be as usual stick. It not going to reload. So now the case came. So what about in our case? We are reloading the page, then only we was getting the value. But I not want the value like this. And so we had got one option, that is meta tag. What was the demerit of meta tag? It was reloading the complete website. I not wanted to reload the complete website. So what we want? I not want to reload the complete website. So what we want? What will be the better way? Means what we want? That is my question. We not want to reload the complete website. So we want to reload just this function. Got it? Just this content. So how to reload this content? Means now previously we was doing with HTML. Is this correct? We was performing some operation or some coding with the help of the on HTML. But due to HTML, what was the demerit? It gone and reload the complete page. I not want that. That is not good. So what we want? We want anyway, our case is that if anyway this page got reloaded, and due to the reload, this value will get a refresh, means latest value will come. But the problem is that when we reloading the page, complete content is going to reload. But what I have to means reload just this particular content, means we have to refresh the page, but without disturbing the user or without knowing the user. Means we not have to tell the user that your page got reloaded, but we are going to do that in the back side. So what we are doing, we are triggering that UI, means we are hitting the UI each time, and due to hit the UI, it will refresh. So what we doing, we are not reloading the page, we are going to trigger this complete method. This method, how we will trigger? Anyone? Let's see who is a presence, means who is available from starting in class. How we will trigger?
Using callback, sir.
Yeah. So that means already code is written here. Set interval, set timeout, those. Means don't take set interval. Yeah, set interval, because each interval we want. Fine. So what we done? We had taken the set interval, and in set interval we pass the timing that I want to reload, that means this function at each 1 second. Let's save and now observe the differences. Now just see, we are refreshing the page, means we are refreshing the content. We are not refreshing the page. So what is happening here? It not going to disturb the user. Now enter something. Let's see. Your timer is changing, but your data input field is not changing, because we are not reloading this complete page. We are just reloading this method only. Got it? So why we are using the callback? What is the asynchronous? This was the asynchronous actually. So how we call the asynchronous method? With the help of the set interval. And what is the benefit? Benefit is that with the help of callback method, we can refresh the particular functionality. We can refresh the particular method or function, but instead of a complete page. Is that clear? So whenever, if you going to do any task, any activity, or you have any assignment or on the website itself, that you not have to refresh your page, but you have to refresh the content. So you have to perform like this type. So in the Cricut website, suppose that, see what is going on at each 1 second, it refreshing the page, means it's sure at 1 second run is 4. Second means not on second, it's on the 1 minute. After 1 minute, come 5. Now tell me how you will update this. What we will do? There is no any sequence, correct? Because this is 1 second, first second. At the starting of the match itself, the run is 4. Second means on after 1 minute, the run become 5. How we will reload this thing? Will you do manually, or how we will do? Just a guess something, whether correct, no, that's not the matter. Any idea? Anyone? If no, then also
No,
tell.
sir.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
sir.
fine.
Sir, looping
Yeah, tell.
condition can be getting the means which is second means 1 second in how to score and
See what we will do at e means see first second the value become 4, first minute value become 5. After suppose again 1 point means 1 means 1 minute 1 second value become 7, suppose that, or 6. Then again just after something itself the value become this one. But we have no any idea when the value will increase. But we have one thing, Why not? So one thing, one question. So in the one means between of 1 second and 1 minute, between of this duration means it's a approx 1 minute. The time gapping between 1 second and 1 minute, it is around 1 minute. So what you will do inside this time means what your website will do during this time? It will sit idle or what? What you thinking? If suppose that we going to use the set interval, suppose that. So what it means, what this set interval will do within between this time? Will this execute or not? Means from 1 second to next 1 minute, will this function, will this callback execute or it will also sit idle? Because I have to increase the run rate after 1 minute. So see, I want the data after 1 minute and I want the data before 1 second. Correct? Means there is gapping of 1 minute in middle. But we can do one thing. Why not? We can increase the means we can start the timer at each second, and when the value will change, it will automatically reflect. But if value will not change, no issue. The function will be same. Suppose that now the timer is there. If suppose after 1 second there is no value change, your second means the time got a stop. Okay, but this timer, this callback set interval, it's a calling, it doing their work. But after 1 second the value not changed, no problem. The function is getting called. After 1 minute the value will change. Okay, the function is already calling at each 1 second. The value will change because it will continuous, it will calling the function, but the value will change only at 1 second. Second value changing at 1 minute. Means when it reaching 1 minute, up to that time, how many times this function get called? Means any idea? How many time?
Infinite.
Sir,
No,
many times.
no. Okay. At what time this function is calling? Means at which interval?
After 1 second.
Yeah. So after 1 second means 60 minute, 60 time it get executed for reaching 1 minute. Correct or not? At
Yes, sir.
each one,
Where
at
it's okay, it will repeat only 1 minute for 1 minute.
no,
Where you
not.
write?
I not telling that it will repeat 1 minute. At each 1 second, this function is getting called or not. See,
Yes,
1000
sir.
is there. Correct?
Yes, sir.
But
Means
it never end. Na?
it will never end. That's fine.
Again.
Yeah. After 1 minute, again it will go for that second minute, then third minute, then
Yeah.
fourth, then hour, then day, year. Correct? Like that, it will
Yes, sir.
continue. But what I asking? After 1 minute, sure it will reach. Means after 1 minute, this function had got called 60 times because at each 1 second this function is getting called.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir. Mhm.
Others, had you got the idea? Because
Yes, sir.
this function is getting called at each 1 second. Each 1 second means 1, then 1 second means in 1 minute having 60 seconds. So 60 times this function will get called. Now just imagine from 1 second to 60 second where he had got the value. At what time they got this function had got the value? Means if I have to show the cricket time, that one 4 or 5, whatever it. Yeah. So it got at first second. At first second, it had got the value 4, and after second, fourth, third, fifth means 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This type up to 59 second. What happened? Had he got any value up to 559 second? No. And at 1 minute, it got what value? It got a fifth. Got it? Then again,
Yeah, sir.
this function will get executed after 60 second. It will go for the 61 second. then 62 second, then 63. But see that next value when it got after 1.1 itself means 61. Here it got the value again, means this time again run increased. Then again after suppose that 5 minutes or 6 minutes, then again the timer will go on. Because what is the functionality of this set interval? It just calling this function. They don't know whether the value is increasing or not or what is going on. Nothing. But this function is carry on. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Anyone having doubt? Tell me. Or if you not got anything, then also tell me. Because these are the real scenario. Okay.
सर तो ये सेकंड से हम लोग कॉल कर सकते हैं, मतलब ये सेकंड से हम लोग ये सेट इंटरवल से हम कॉल करेंगे अगेन अगेन जब
Yeah.
मेरा ये 60 टाइम कॉल हो जाएगा, सो हम एक कंडीशन लगा के और सर वो वैल्यू को चेंज कर देंगे सर, और फिर इसको रीसेट करके फिर अगेन
One
अगेन कॉल
second.
करा सकते हैं सर.
No need. Why you will change the value? Okay, if you want to
सर
do
अगर
that,
शो कराना
yeah,
है लाइक दैट तो
yeah, you can do that. That's not an issue. But see, what we understand here that at each 1 second, this will got changed. Correct? If you
Yes.
showing that my count got 60, and after 60 it have to reset. It have to again start from 1. So you can go with the
Yeah.
condition, and you can display that. Means you will count that value. Means inside
Yeah.
this function, maybe you can increase the counter I plus plus. You can do that, and it will increase the value. And then you when it reaches 60, that time you will start, means you will execute the loop. Your functionality will go outside of the loop. Then again cycle will start. Correct?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Shivani, Sweta, any doubt? Tell me.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
No doubt. Anyone having doubt? Sweta? Sweta is there or not?
No, sir.
Oh, Amardeep, Samir, clear? So this
Yes.
type actually, yeah. So this type actually, when we working on the real data, maybe sometime you will get the case like this. That time you can see wherever you getting anything, just try to find that how this is working. And if we have to design the same thing, then how we will do? Sure, you will get the idea. With programming, you can do anything. Nothing is impossible. That I will tell. If you thought, if you decided, then sure you can do. Means if you don't know, then sure the time will be. Means it will take that time. Okay. So in the above example, so now I think set timeout, set interval, these things will be clear. And why be using the set timeout? Why not be going with the HTML, means HTML side? Different cases also available. Why not be going by that? So this was the case. So this was the asynchronous. Fine. So in the above example, my function is used as a callback. My function is passed set interval as an argument. So 1000 is the number millisecond between the interval. So my function will be called every seconds. Clear? This thing I'm not going to. So here we had already seen one thing, color, and then we was passing the color in the body section, and we was changing the color of the UI at each 1 second. Pass this body tag. Save. I think body tag is there. I don't know. Yeah, body tag is there. Okay. Set interval timer is not there. So see what is going on. At each 2 seconds, your body color is changing because we have taken here set interval, and then we are taken the function that is change color, and here in the change color, we are taking the data from the array randomly. Okay, so if you will think the scenario, then you will get many things. Okay, here itself you can take the data, means random data, raw data will be there, and then you can use the set and map, and then you can pass. सही है, दिवाली में ऐसे ही कोडिंग करके लगा दीजिए, लाइट खरीदने का जरूरत ही नहीं।
हाँ सर,
पूरा
बहुत
आपको तो
मस्त
बहुत
आइडिया है
बचत
सर।
होगा
पूरा पैसा बच
सर।
जाएगा।
आप पूरा
हाँ सर, आपके ही
कितना
शिष्य है ना हम
तो सर
लोग।
सब रख दीजिए घर घर वो छत के ऊपर को रख।
एक LCD खरीदना पड़ेगा तब न लगेगा।
घर के बाहर सर।
सर आपके ही शिष्य है हम लोग, बोले तो जो आप बोलेंगे वही फॉलो करेंगे।
समझ रहे हैं, समझ रहे हैं, बाद में चुना हम ही को लगाइएगा। ओके, सो हियर
चूना पान वाला लगाता है।
हाँ हाँ समझ रहे हैं। My display is passed this thing that okay. Next is promise. Promise will be again same tomorrow. We will do this thing because it will take time. So actually I had revised those all because
sir.
those was important. That's why I taken time. See, always keep in the mind a real scenario. Okay, when you attending interview, let's stop recording.